The more you learn about it, the more fascinating it becomes. I'm just amazed at what some of the great masters could do. I wish I could paint, but I'm afraid I don't have any talent for it." As we continued to talk, my initial excitement grew to exhilaration. Rebecca made me feel alive, better than I could ever remember. Suddenly I became keenly interested in this most remarkable young lady sitting next to me. She had beautiful soft skin, a firm body, a smell that was intoxicating. I wanted her phone number. I had to have her phone number. "What's your major?" she asked. "Poli-sci." "What are you going to do with a degree in political science?" "I'm going to go to law school if I can get in." "Oh, really? That sounds exciting. What kind of law do you want to practice?" she asked. "I don't know. Actually, I want to go into politics." "Really?" "Uh-huh." "What made you get interested in politics?" I shrugged. "I don't know. Politics just excites me. I guess it's like you and art." "Huh." "So where are you from?" I asked. "Portland, Oregon." "You're a long way from home." "Quite a ways." "I'm from Ventura, just 60 miles up the coast." "Do you live at home?" "No, I've got an apartment in Westwood with my friend Steve. Where are you staying?" "In a dorm." Just then the professor walked in and struck her pointer on the podium to get our attention. I raised my eyebrows and turned to listen. If anyone had asked me what the professor had covered in class that day, I couldn't have told them. Rebecca had completely destroyed my concentration. After class, we walked outside. "Listen, I'd like to see you again. Maybe I could buy you dinner?" I said. Rebecca smiled. "Well, Stan, I appreciate the offer, but I've got a boyfriend." "Oh, no," I sighed, not trying to hide my disappointment. "How could you do that to me?" Rebecca laughed. "We can still be friends, right? I really enjoyed talking to you. Is that okay?" "Okay," I replied unenthusiastically. "I'll see you later, then." It was apparent to me that there was little hope of ever striking up a relationship with Rebecca, since no man in his right mind would ever let a woman like that go. But I sensed we had connected a little bit in our first conversation, and I didn't want to just blow her off at this point. Every day for most of the semester I made a point of sitting with her. We got to know each other quite well, and began to confide in each other like friends do. It was wonderful hearing about her family and the things that were going on in her life, but also utterly frustrating that I couldn't put my arms around her and show her how I felt. Fortunately, one day I got lucky. As I was walking toward art class, I saw Rebecca and her boyfriend engaged in a heated discussion. When they were done, he stormed off and Rebecca was left crying incessantly. I went over to her to try to comfort her. "Rebecca, what happened?" I asked gently. "That stupid son of a bitch can rot in hell as far as I'm concerned." I stifled a laugh. "Oh, what did he do?" "I saw him kissing and fondling some slut on the drill team last night." Oh my God," I said as I silently thanked him for this miracle. "And he has the nerve to think he can just come up to me and say he was sorry and that it didn't mean anything? Well, I told him it meant something to me. It meant he and I were through." "I don't blame you. When you make a commitment, it should be sacred." Rebecca looked at me warmly and smiled. "I'm sorry, Stan. You must think I'm terrible carrying on this way." No, it's good to get your emotions out. I only wish I could do something for you." "Thank you, but there's nothing you can do about a scumbag like that." "Listen, you probably don't feel much like going to class, I bet." "Not really." "I wouldn't mind skipping class today either. We can study your roommate's notes later." Rebecca wiped the tears from her eyes and nodded approvingly. "Why don't we go get a Coke? Maybe I can get your mind off what happened." "That would be nice." "Okay then, let's go." That was it, the break I needed. From then on, Rebecca looked at me differently. I could see it in her eyes. I was becoming more than just a friend. One day, several weeks later, after I'd walked her back to her dorm, she kissed me like it was the most natural thing in the world to do. I put my arms around her and nearly crushed her, I was so happy. After that, we did a lot of kissing and other things young lovers do. But we didn't make love. Rebecca was a good Catholic girl and insisted on being a virgin on her wedding day. That was okay with me, since we'd have the rest of our lives to do our love-making. Assuming she'd marry me, which I desperately wanted. My only problem was money. I was absolutely broke. My parents were barely making a living and
To keep listening to this audiobook, I've left you a link in the description so you can do it, at no cost thanks to Audible's 30-day free trial.